Hello everyone and welcome back. Path of Exile 2 has finally launched and it's shaping up to be a massive game packed with hidden surprises. If you've been playing over the last few weeks, chances are you've already got a few questions. In this video I'll be sharing a treasure trove of tips and tricks that I've picked up during my time in early access. Whether you're a veteran of the series or just a new player starting out, stick around and you might learn something new. Resistances are crucial, and one of the most important stats to prioritize early on. After completing each act, your elemental resistances take a minus 10% penalty. By the end of the campaign, this adds up to a whopping 60%, so check for resistance upgrades often. You can stack resistances up to a maximum of 75% per element, so aim to get as close to this number as you can. You can boost resistances by equipping better gear, using runes and sockets, and even by completing specific side quests in the campaign, which can also reward permanent resistance upgrades. Control-click is an incredibly handy shortcut in Path of Exile 2. Use it on the waypoint screen to reset or open a new map instance. This is handy when you encounter a bug, or simply for speed farming. You can also control-click items in your inventory to transfer them quickly, or to buy and sell from vendors. And you can even save time by control-clicking on the hooded one to automatically identify all items in your inventory. Press and hold Alt to reveal hidden items on the ground. This is really useful if you're using a loot filter and you want to see what you might have missed. If you didn't already know, you can actually enable a clock in the options menu if you want to keep track of your playtime. Or, if you're like me, just ignore it out of pure shame. Currently in early access, areas and maps will automatically reset if left empty for too long. However, if you instead log out inside a map, you'll be able to continue where you left off, even if you log in the next day. So use this if you want to save your progress. Press and hold shift on a node in the passive tree to see how that change will affect your build. This is handy for easily seeing how your DPS or defense will change. Exalted orbs seem to be emerging as the primary currency used to trade with other players, so it's worth holding on to these as they're becoming more and more valuable as time goes on. Unless you're playing solo self-found, a lot of the time it's often cheaper to simply buy an item from another player. Path of Exile 2 has an official trading website, just like Path of Exile 1. To use it, go to pathofexile2.com/trade2, or visit the link in the description below. To do any trading, you'll first need to buy a stash tab with premium currency and set it to public so other people can see it. Especially in the early stages of the campaign, most rare items are actually worth trading. If you're not sure if an item is worth anything, put it into the public stash tab and see if anyone shows interest before immediately vendoring. And speaking of vendors, most vendors in Path of Exile 2 offer surprisingly good gear for sale. Their inventories will reset and refresh every single time you level up, so it's worth going back to town to check often. And lastly, if you're playing on a controller, consider using Focus Fire mode for auto-targeting. This mode keeps your reticle locked onto a single enemy until it's defeated, so it's really useful for certain situations and for boss fights. You can swap to this mode by assigning the Focus Fire target ability on your hotbar. And so, there we have it, 12 quick and speedy tips for Path of Exile 2 Early Access. If you enjoyed this guide, feel free to drop a like or sub to the channel, and let me know below what guides do you want to see next. And, as always, have a great day.